Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northern Land Place of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Let's get some retribution for yesterday's daily. We're Maggie. It's a daily run. The only thing I know about this is someone was talking to me on Skype, and they said, there's Cursed Eye. And you know what? Cursed Eye appeals to me, but at the same time, maybe we don't take it on a daily because it lowers our score and also gives us a chance to completely fuck up our run, but I don't know. I mean, I've been talking about this, like, daily formula that I've been working on. We haven't managed to make it work because the one we did with Maggie, the freaking Steam leaderboards were crashed due to quote-unquote routine maintenance. I don't know why I say quote-unquote as if it's probably not routine maintenance. It probably was routine maintenance, but at the same time, it was annoying. And then our next daily was the flippin' Lost, man, so I don't know. It looks like we're going to Shoal on this one, so we will want to, we will want to take the negative. I don't know if we need to take the negative in order to, get to where it ends. Shouldn't have taken Peeper's Eye. I'm learning a little bit, unless they've, patched it and changed the formula somewhat. Anyway, if you haven't been watching the dailies or you need your memory refreshed a little bit, my basic, principle... Ooh, this is a little risky because a key cost you points, but we gained Fate, which is absolutely worth taking. That only lowered our score by like 10, so I guess if you're gonna pick up something, you want to do it on like the first couple of floors here. That is a huge item for us. Basically my MO for this stuff is, for these dailies, is take exactly as long as you need to get to boss rush, but no longer. If you can make it into the boss rush room at, 1959, and you spent the rest of your time gathering single pennies, that seems to be kind of like the best idea from a min-max scorey type perspective. So I'm working on that a little bit. It's not my favorite playstyle right now, but it could be in the future if we can make it work. I'm assuming that Pageant Boy pays for itself. You know, it cost us like 30 points, but then we gain like 100 back or something like that. And I guess I shouldn't worry so much about the nickel and diming, you know, the single pennies and the, oh, I lost a couple of points here and a couple of points here. That's probably a little bit less relevant, if we're being honest, than, you know, things that could cost you a few hundred points. Like, picking up an item you don't need to pick up seems like one of the things that is gonna kill you. Like, taking a deal with the devil that you don't need just because you don't not need it, that seems to be the real killer for now. But anyway, I also feel like blood banks might be worth it, or might not be. You do get extra points every time you use the Yum Heart, which is very strange, but maybe you only get them when you actually get a chance to use the Yum Heart to fill up a red heart. Anyway, that seemed to have been a good use of our time. What I'm trying to get at here is I'm still feeling it out. I got no idea, really. I'm salty a little bit that Maggie run failed, because I feel like I really hit my stride on that one and min-maxed the crap out of it. I was ranked pretty highly if you just look at the score, but didn't actually make it to the leaderboards, so it's just a figment of my imagination, apparently. That's an interesting choice. I think I'll stick with Yum Heart just because I put myself in a position where I'm pretty low on HP, and I don't think that's unreasonable. If we can avoid... oh my lord, really? If we can avoid picking up consumables that cost us money, that is a better situation for us. I'm a little nervous. Okay, now I am no longer nervous. I was like, what if we die on this boss fight just because I screwed myself by going a little harder than maybe I should have on that blood bank, but it looks like we're gonna be fine. I'm not gonna take this pill yet. This will be a deal with the devil that will take a shitty item if we have to, specifically because it'll give us that precedent for the future of the game. I mean, we still do need to get to Shoal. It is conceivable on a Maggie run to not be able to get to Shoal. It's not the most likely outcome, but it could happen if you had like a truly just heinously awful run, but I think we're gonna be pretty much okay here to start with. And this will be over. We'll be looking for DPS ideally. If it's not good enough to take, we're not gonna take it because that's just points down the drain. That is probably not good enough to take if I'm being honest with you. We get Cursed Eye. And honestly, I think we'll just leave. I guess that's the Cursed Eye, hey, I can see forever. I guess that's the Cursed Eye that, I was informed of. And sometimes I would take it, but I'm not gonna take it this time because, I don't think it's actually worth the cost of doing business on it. Just my opinion there. I really think, you know, I realize that we're getting to the point where, like, every single daily is just me harping on shit that I would change about dailies. But, I think there is, like, a little bit of, the way you play the game to get a high score on a daily runs kind of antithetical to the point of Isaac from my personal perspective, I guess. That being said, hopefully they'll change it. I really think you should get a bonus for picking up items that are a little sketchy. That's the thing that I think would change it most for me. I think picking up all items should give you a flat bonus. Picking up shitty items should give you a larger bonus. That's the change that I would make to the game. Yes, it would inflate the score. Yes, it would make it so that the optimal choice is always taking an item. But at the same time, I don't want to hear too much belly aching over people being like, I wanted to play Isaac without taking any items every single day. It's possible that I'm examining the issue from a short-sighted or even self-interested context, but that's my 2 cents on the issue. I'm gonna take one pill. It was bad gas. That's not so bad. We'll hold on to the other one. I mean, the other pill ended up being awesome for us. There is a chance, by the way, that not taking a range upgrade could come back to bite us in the ass. Maybe we get lower range in the future, and like a cricket's body or something like that could cause us some problems. Maybe we get Libra, and because we didn't take that range upgrade, all of a sudden we've got, you know, lower all stats or something like that. But I think for the most part, the safe bet is, you know, don't throw 40 points away for something you don't actually need. And that's why I really feel like Isaac's about taking items, man. If, you know, you want a challenge that is like, beat the game without taking any items, there should be a challenge run of the game like that. Well, there is, right? It was the purest, but that still did give items on boss rush, or boss rooms and stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. I'm still having fun with the dailies. The fun is basically inherent in the fact that it's a competition, you know, worldwide. And I get to, you know, most of the time be like, hey, well, I hope I beat Mathis. Well, there you go, I beat Mathis, although he smoked my ass yesterday, and deservedly so, to be quite honest with you. But for now, let's, I digress. I apologize for the fact that I keep harping on these dailies a little bit. It's not the way that I would have designed them, but that doesn't mean it's the wrong way. It's also, you know, I have no experience whatsoever as a game designer. I've just played a lot of Isaac. That doesn't necessarily make me qualified, you know. Just because you drink a lot of Coke, that doesn't make you a flavor engineer. You got a Fierreite is what I believe the industry term is, but what if we just, okay, I tried to use Yumheart, I'll admit, to scum it up. I tried to scum it right up by using Yumheart to give us some extra points, even though I didn't need to use it. It was shameful, and I regret it to this day. But for now, I thought that that might be a sensible choice for us. We are going to go slower than I'd like to go here. I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know, we're a little bit ahead of Boss Rush right now. And Boss Rush, I do think, is the be-all, end-all as far as points go. You know, for all of the, oh, don't take this, it'll cost you 20 points. Don't take this, it'll cost you 30 points, you know. It's really all about getting to Boss Rush and getting 5,000. So, you really need to prioritize that, I think, if you want to consistently rank highly. But we'll see about that. I will trade bombs for secret rooms. Oh, we should blow this guy up as well. He gave us a nickel. I think they always give you a nickel. I'm not sure. The problem is the run needs to be strong enough to do Boss Rush, and that can manifest itself in a couple of different ways. The obvious way is really good damage. The non-obvious way is... I'll take it. Let's see how many points it costs us. It costs us like 30 points. That's the equivalent of like 3 cents. Pretty low to get, you know, slowing tiers that may actually help us. It's not a huge item, but it's worth something. Anyway, what I was trying to get at is we could either have just a fuck ton of HP, or maybe we can get exceptionally lucky and actually pick up some damage, you know, at some point in this run. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, no deal with the devil precedent, and we're going actually pretty slow room to room, which I don't really love. I will buy this, even though, again, that costs us as well. But, okay, put that down. We lost like 18 coins and we got nothing out of it. 18 points, I should say. But then we got like 13 back right there. I don't know. I don't know, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Our pill was bad trip. You know, it's bad, but it's not that bad. We may end up being able to have that be a blessing in disguise for us. Imagine if we could get a bad trip pill, carry it into Boss Rush. That'll actually give us the ability to beat Boss Rush with a lot worse damage than we otherwise would have required. I will say, it seems right now like the biggest punishment on this run, or the biggest detriment on this run, is going to be trying to beat Boss Rush with just shit damage. And that's pretty much where we stand right now, is You know, I'm looking at like a 25-minute long boss rush specifically. That is nobody's idea of a good time, I think. Speaking of good time, that's also not going to be too relevant on this run. I've been thinking, you know, instead of like just being you know, a dick, not that I'm being a dick about it, but instead of like starting every daily with like, here's my criticisms, I could just, you know, start doing the dailies for time instead of for score, and, you know, just excise myself from the system and play with the system that I feel is more appropriate to my needs. But I want to give it a try. I've been enjoying the score, kind of like sussing out the formula for it, but I don't think it's that relevant right now. Why did I take Old Bandage, by the way? When you get hit, it can drop red hearts, so this could be really useful on a blood bank. Could just be useful for giving us red hearts that I assume are going to help us get more points anyway. This could be very, very big if this is like a Joker. It's a 2 of hearts, which also does give us like great boss rush potential, to be honest with you. And a Judgment, and we will play this Judgment. You know what? No, we won't. We'll explode this Judgment for the best deal with the devil chance, and we'll take Child's Heart. I really feel like another thing about dailies is that trinkets that drop consumables might be extremely powerful because of the fact that they give you extra points on the regular. So something that gives us more likely red heart drops, I'm totally fine with. You're probably noticing now we are slowing down quite a lot. This might be one of those situations where instead of looking for stuff to do, we are just trying to like bum rush the boss fight as quickly as we can, because for real, we are encountering some sludge, which is my way of saying we have not improved our DPS basically at all, and as a result find ourselves a little bit in an unlikely position maybe to get into boss rush naturally. I would totally give up Yum Heart if we could just get Blue Candle. That's why I keep spending a key, and I'm open to spending my money on these shops if we could just pick up a red candle. A compass might not be so bad. A blue candle, of course, would be fine as well. Black candle, I would take. Champion belt, I would take. Whatever we can find, honestly. Greed fight is actually well worth the cost of doing business, I think. You know, we come in here, it takes us a little bit of time, but we get the ability to buy things super cheap on the next future floors, assuming we have keys for them, which would be very disappointing if we didn't. Or we get, you know, 8 coins plus whatever coins Greed drops, usually like 6 or 7, I think, which makes it well worth it from a point perspective, as long as you can still get to boss rush. Yeah, we got like 9, maybe even 10 coins there. And a key, which is also very valuable. So this is going to be a really big deal for us here, this floor. Hopefully blowing up that Judgment gives us the extra edge for getting a deal with the devil. If it's a deal with the angel that sucks, or we fight Krampus, we're fucked. I've seen, you know, I've seen slow runs in my day. This is a slow run, potentially like train wreck run. Lots of HP, completely terrible damage. This has the makings of a run that could be very disappointing. The good news is, you know, unlike just your average Isaac run, I mean, they have positives and negatives, right? Your average Isaac run, people compare your play to optimal play. On a daily run, they compare your play to the other people who played the daily. So I feel like everybody's going to be saddled with this kind of shit damage. So, you know, from a leaderboard standpoint, at least as long as you ignore the cheaters, it's going to make it a little bit more competitive, like to the same degree. The bad news is it's still real slow. That was terrible damage on my part. And don't take red heart damage, man. That would be just the ultimate piss off here. Shouldn't have been hit by that fire, of course. We will gamble the Christ out of this. I don't really want blood bag, but you know, as you can see, every single one of these pennies is pretty valuable. Maybe we'll just go a little bit more. Like, that feels pretty good, and we can come back. You know, we'll go get these other red hearts, even though it is going to slow us down for boss rush. And now I'm like, shit, maybe we won't go get these red hearts on the regular, because it's really, really slowing us down. We started this floor maybe like 30 or 40 seconds ahead of boss rush, and now we are about to be a minute and a half, maybe even 2 minutes behind it. So we're gonna have to come to terms with what we want to do on this run, and what's realistic for us to do on this run pretty quickly. I have been kind of the mindset that almost every run is capable of getting to boss rush. And I think mathematically that's largely true, but this one is definitely one of the lesser capable ones of getting to boss rush, if I'm being honest. So let's just focus on, I guess, getting a deal with the devil if we can. Or hoping for something like a magic mush from our boss fight. Well, we are on our boss fight, so this is very important not to get hit. If I get to the boss fight without getting hit, I don't have a problem using bombs. It will cost us points, but if it costs us points to give us a much better chance of, you know, success, then that's great. What's this pill? We don't know. I was really hoping that'd be balls of steel. The hollow is not bad enough to warrant bomb placement. Especially because it's a single hollow. That's like the game doing us a great service, honestly. Yeah, just get Peeper's Eye, even if it just hits tangentially, that's pretty good. We get a deal with the angel. For nothing. Like, basically nothing at all. I should have probably picked up a Spirit Heart. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go to our item room. So I'm gonna say that boss rush is probably not gonna happen on this run. And I'm gonna say fuck Tyrone, because this one is annoying. Well, how are we gonna get points if we're not gonna go to boss rush? I guess we're just gonna play the shit out of these blood banks, which is really frustrating. I had to make it, like, I was really on the fence. I was like, maybe we'll just actually, And by the way, if you're wondering why I didn't blow up the angel statue, it's because we can't fight Mega Satan on this run anyway. So we could pick up a key and probably cost ourselves points for no reason. Not to mention the time lost and the HP lost, etc., etc. But I was on the fence. I was like, we totally could go to boss rush. Or at least try to go to boss rush. But it was going to be, without a really good damage item to kind of buoy us, we were never going to make it there unless we knew exactly where we were going, I think. So I think it's more in our best interest from a score perspective to just try to, you know, farm up as many pennies and, you know, other consumables as we can here. Oh, okay, we got Dr. Fetus, actually, so maybe we'll run as fast as we can. And if we're extremely lucky, we might still be able to get to boss rush. I mean that sincerely. We're going to book it. Prepare yourself for a lot of rooms that we're just going to bomb our way out of. Most enemies will die to one hit or, you know, not too far away from one hit. So there is the chance for success on this run. We probably should have gone for Liberty Cap. We're like 3 minutes behind schedule. This is going to be extremely tough to even make it there, but we're going to try. It doesn't help that our speed stat is also just hot fucking trash, but that's okay. We're gonna make this happen, okay? I know that killing rooms is a valuable thing to do. You know what? We also have a pretty good chance to get like an Emperor card. I wouldn't, maybe pretty good is an exaggeration, but we have a chance to get Emperor cards. And if we do, that's obviously extremely valuable for us. A Joker, two of diamonds? Sure, why not, man? Good, we at least made it out. We don't really want to do that room. We'll if a room is slow enough or small enough, we'll do it. I'd like to be out of here within the next minute, though. And that's not going to be easy. And I mean that, like, extremely sincerely. There we go, that one will do it. Battery charge does nothing for us. Easy room. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I'm very glad that we took the time to check our item room. If we had not done that, we never would have even had a chance to make it to boss rush. So, to even have a chance is pretty lucky. And we may make the same, you know, we may fail to learn that lesson, like right now, basically. Because I could just be bombing my way out of these rooms. Why am I not bombing my way out of these rooms? Because I'm like, they're easy enough. You know, they all die in one hit. It's so hard to get yourself out of that mindset, but... Like, if they're gonna die in one bomb, or two bombs, why spend one bomb getting out, you know? Come on. This is like where we get Compass or something, and our life just turns around. What? You wouldn't dare! Give me a second flippin' greed fight. Well, you know, we might just say, fuck boss rush again here. I don't know, I'm torn, man! Maybe we should be blowing up skulls trying to get that almighty Emperor card that could really give us like a 5,000 point swing out of nowhere. I gotta check this item room, because we're here. And it's the relic, which is awesome. We don't need it, but I guess, you know, any extra bit of score is going to be helpful, so we'll take it. I mean, the odds are, barring a miracle, we are not going to be getting to boss rush. Despite my best efforts, might not be the way that I would describe it, but despite my efforts. So basically our only chance right now is to actually land those Emperor cards, and we gotta do it, like, now. Temperance is not Emperor, but it's not too bad. For points, at least. War fight. Not thrilled. Need to land one of these. Oh, it hit the TNT, too. Life's a dream. That's fine. That's fine. No deal with the devil. That's also okay. We don't need the orbital, honestly. Oh, I don't think it's doable. I really don't think it's doable. Teleport me to the deal with the devil, daddy. Cursed Eye again? Does this even work with bombs? We'll take it just in case. It does not. I don't know. Teleport me somehow. It didn't work. Is there any chance? There's no chance. Let's give up the ghost and stop hemorrhaging points that we don't need to hemorrhage. So we'll just play it cool. I can see forever. Sweet. We're not going to do boss rush. If you really busted ass, I think you could do boss rush on this run. It wouldn't be easy, but I think you could do it. I love how these consumables are still giving us points even though we have 99 cents, but whatever. It's not even frustrating because I think I really gave it a good try. So I'm not going to be too bent out of shape about it. Wow, this is funny because we actually don't want to pick up Blood Bag, I should say. That's an Emperor card, I swear to God. It's a Joker, which is great, but okay. I'm not mad. I'm a little disappointed. I actually want this video to get up on YouTube on the day of the daily so that if people are watching, they can be like, oh, just, you know, it's a little unfair, I guess. But I do want to see that people are able to get the boss rush on this run. I shouldn't have given up so early on blowing up the doors. I could have made it out. Oh, we're getting, like, less points for pennies now. Like, only 5 points per penny or something like that. Book of Shadows. It's not good enough. I mean, we're losing money every time we put a coin in. So maybe we'll just say, hey, Fruitcake, we'll take it. That was, like, 50 points, but Fruitcake gives you, like, different tier effects every tier you fire. Something like that. Which at least is interesting, and at this point, if I'm not able to min-max to the best of my ability, maybe we should just be enjoying the synergies that we can get. Some of these bombs are quite dangerous, though. Hanged Man. What are we looking for? Oh, we had homing bombs on that one. That was cool. It even got the visual effect. Oh, Lord. One of these days, we'll make it. We're only going to be like a minute or two. Well, obviously more than a minute. We're only going to be like 2 minutes off. Bad damage on my part. We could have made it. We definitely could have made it. But I would have had to commit a little bit earlier, I think. Oh well, a learning experience. And it really is a learning experience here. We also made some mistakes here. I probably should have just ignored that. At least on a daily, I think I should have ignored that item room. What's going on there? I think I should have ignored the item room instead of trying to re-roll it, and glitter bombs are pretty sweet. I also feel like we should have not picked up... What are you doing? I feel like we should have not picked up Cursed Eye, which I think is fairly obvious, but it's fun nonetheless. Got cluster bombs there. So it must just give us, like, bomb effects with Fruitcake, which is actually really, really smart. That worked. I left a penny behind. Anything that at least lands bombs is fine by me. I'm not expecting this to be a fast fight because traditionally, you know, Dr. Fetus is not very strong on the mom fight or any fight that has, like, very, very fast moving and teleporting enemies, but take what I can get. Still think we've got a pretty good chance to be... Yeah, I wouldn't say, like, top, like, 1%, but to be up there on today's daily. Haven't taken too much dumb damage. I've made an effort to fight. We might as well take the negative, right? Does that give us lowered points? Of course it does. I feel like we might as well fight the Joker here. Now, bear with me on this one. Or we might as well fight the Angel here, I mean. Because maybe it gives us points. Let's follow. We're at 13,830 probably when we finish. 13,828, something like that. We did get like 700 points for doing that, so we probably should have done it earlier. Did we lose points for taking the key piece? We do lose like 30 points. That's just hilarious. Down to the next floor. I think I'm going to use the Joker card right away. Why not save it? Why not save it? Because we don't get anything for saving it, you know? We get the... We can't use it on Shoal, or at least there's no point in using it on Shoal, because we're going to be finished when... Oh, wow, we got a Godhead out of that Sad Bomb. Like, by the time we get to Shoal, we're not going to want to pick up an item, because picking up the item is going to hurt us. So we might as well pick up an item that gives us some benefit to start with, you know? I think, at least. And, you know, if we get a deal with the devil on this floor, we get a deal with the devil on this floor. We missed out on maybe one extra deal with the devil, but again, there's a different kind of value hierarchy, I think, for those in our current situation. Yo, my dog. Thank you. By the way, I don't know if we should have picked up Lump of Coal, but at this point, I'm out of this run. If that sounds, I don't want that to sound dismissive, but I'm kind of like, you know, we're done. Our score, the peak for our score is basically already set. What is this? Child leash. Keep your friends close. I'm assuming maybe it puts a tighter rein on your familiars or something like that. I don't know, though. Where's the mom's hand? Oh, did we kill? Mom's hand probably stepped on the red poop or something and just died instantly. I guess that's good for us. Yeah, I'm not saying that this was a bad daily. I'm actually impressed. You know, I think a lot of people might not... we might as well fight this. So a lot of people might not even pick up some of the items that we did. A lot of people might just ignore Epic Fetus for whatever reason. Or Dr. Fetus, sorry, because they're like, oh, Dr. Fetus is still bad. I think we're probably doing above average for like a mid-tier to high-tier level Isaac player, but I'm just missing out on that little je ne sais quoi that would have taken us to the next level, you know? So now I'm like, well, I'm not gonna focus too hard on just super min-maxing if I'm fighting for leaderboard positions that are already, you know, pretty far from the top. Not that I ever expect to rank near the top, but you know, I feel like you know, it's like why try to finish the 10K when you've already missed your personal best, or not finish it. Why try to like finish the 10K as fast as you can when you've already missed your personal best by you know, a couple of minutes? Might as well save your energy, come back next race with a little bit more energy stored up, a little bit more motivation, a narrative, if you will. That actually hit, which is amazing to me, considering the dimensionality of that. We won't be able to fight Hush on this one either. I think we're going a little too slow. I also think that apparently you don't get points for fighting Hush right now. So that's another reason why I would say, why would we even bother? You know what? I will take a speed upgrade. That was only like 30 points down. We could really use that extra speed, even if it does cost us a little bit. It's probably worth it. Maybe we'll get to fight Hush. I don't know. If we do get the chance to fight Hush, we should fight Hush just to see if we get points. You know, we'll be that guinea pig. It doesn't, like, I shouldn't be looking at it like, well, we don't have very much damage, we shouldn't fight Hush, because Hush's damage is like, or Hush's HP is somehow proportional to your damage, right? So, should be pretty much the same either way. Ooh, I do like the sad bombs with Fruitcake. It's really awesome how the bombs actually get appropriate synergies. They don't just like, you know, what a lot of bomb synergies used to do in Rebirth is they're just like, well, it's a tier synergy, you got bombs, it just doesn't work. Now, most of them, or at least a lot of them, seem to work, which is positive, for sure. Lest I just sound super salty. Like, I actually do really like Afterbirth a lot. I really, really like Afterbirth. I just take issue with a couple of things. I think the daily challenge scoring's a little arbitrary. No matter what it is, it's gonna be arbitrary, but I blame myself. I blame myself twice. I blame myself 3 times. But it's, you know, we're not too worried about getting a deal with the devil on this floor. For the same reasons we're not too worried about getting a deal with the devil on the next floor. Although I think we've got a good chance to get a deal with the devil on this floor, because we actually didn't get one on the last floor. We got a red chest that took us to the deal with the devil, and we used the Joker card. But we didn't earn one, quote-unquote earn, at least, the old-fashioned way. Yep, that was bad damage. But hey, who's laughing now? I got the extra Yumhard play. Free points, baby. Well, that was Mr. Mega. We are done. No deal with the devil, but sure, let's go fight Hush, and if we freaking die during the Hush fight, whatever. We've at least tried to swing for the fences on this one, right? First things first, we gotta go for the big rooms here. Jar of Flies beats the shit out of, yeah, it's pretty good. Jar of Flies beats the shit out of Yumhard at this point. Ooh, yeah, I think we have to take Tractor Beam just for fun, although all stats up could be cool too. And Spider Bite is a great item. Now let's open these, because, you know, it is going to cost us from a key standpoint, probably, but we actually managed to pick up some decent ones, and I'm going to use, I'm not going to pick up Abel, but I am going to use the Devil card on this next room. And then remember, we're going down. Might as well use the Devil card right away. I imagine this is going to be a pretty slow Hush fight, but again, to be honest with you, I have no idea what that even means in this day and age, because the Hush's HP seems to scale with your damage. So, we'll find out, eventually. Hopefully we can just land like one huge Mr. Mega shot to start it or something. Alright, so we're at like 23,000. We'll look closer to the end what our points look like. It's actually not completely shit damage, all things considered. I know there's armor going on with Hush as well. So I don't know how it works, but I know that there is armor. Oh, I probably should have hit myself there. We'll look at how our points look at the end. It might be that we're at, you know, 23,000, then we go up to 28. It might be that we're at 23,000, and then we beat the Hush and we stay at 23,000. In which case, I feel like that's probably not working as intended. Guess we might as well have used Jar of Flies early. You know, prepare yourself for the long haul here. This may very well be our first Hush death, but I have faith, you know. I oftentimes seem to be doing little shitty against Hush, and then I just pull it out in the clutch. I don't know if maybe you do more damage against Hush the less HP you have, or what. You know, I've been down this, you know, road 1,000 times in my conversations about Afterbirth so far, but I usually find myself living with a couple of HP left. That's like my most common outcome, without a doubt. Well, nicely for us, the Hush is spawning an awful lot of enemies that we can obviously use to buff up Jar of Flies. I really like Jar of Flies as an item, almost to the point where I consider it to be maybe like a little bit overpowered. You know, it's like, it seems substantially better than like a Guppy's Head, for example, which is already, I wouldn't say a top tier spacebar item, but it's not a top tier spacebar item necessarily, for a variety of different reasons. We're still in this. I'm not in love with it, but we're still in it. Some of these attacks against Hush, I feel like, are basically just unblockable, but maybe I'm mistaken. That was a really good sad bomb. I think that's what we're looking for more than anything else, is the sad bomb, but just don't take damage against those guys. Hey, we have, there's like a demon heart somewhere here. I don't know where it went. It's been like sucked under the Hush now. That is extra survivability, which is extremely valuable. That was a great sad bombs. We got like some holy light or something going on there. There's another, oh god. Another 20 flies. The slows are valuable. I'm bricking it a little here. We're still in it though. These freaking flies take forever, man. Then the other dudes here are not so bad, but the flies are the worst. Okay, there you go. You got a ton of flies to sneak in there. Don't use your flies to kill their flies. That's bad economy for us here. What is that tier effect? If it's charm apparently, but I don't feel like he's that charmed with us right now. Yo, get in there and attack this boss for all he's worth. He's almost dead, but every time he gets a chance to do one of these attacks, we're getting closer to death as well. Because these ones are tricky to dodge. Also, some of my own bombs are coming back to bite me in the ass a little. Oh, we dodged that. I can't believe that. Okay. Great stuff. You're fine as long as you can just actually keep getting damage in there. Generate as many flies as you can. This is it right here. No! Totally blew it. Totally blew it. That's not a surprise, honestly, man. A Luke, great score. I'm through on that daily. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I've said a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. Ugh. And I'll see you next time.